Welcome to Lesson 4, the capstone of the foundation stage. Two ideas anchor everything here: finding files and understanding the streams that flow underneath every command. Once those click, pipes stop feeling like magic. They're just stdout from one process becoming stdin of the next. Find anything, pipe everything. That's how the toolkit composes. So we start with find, the Swiss Army knife. The mental model is simple. Find walks a directory tree, applies tests, and runs actions. Tests narrow the set by name, by mtime, by size, by type. Actions transform what's left: print, exec, delete. Everything on screen is just composition of those two halves. Master this pattern and roughly 95% of real-world find queries become trivial. You're not memorizing flags, you're combining tests with actions. Now shift gears, because every process on Linux, find included, shares the exact same I/O model. One input stream, stdin on file descriptor 0. Two output streams, stdout on FD1 for results, stderr on FD2 for errors and diagnostics. That's it. Pipes connect one program's stdout to the next program's stdin. Redirection sends any of these streams to files. Once this clicks, the command line stops being mysterious. It's just streams flowing between processes. Before we go deeper into composition, let's talk speed. Find is powerful, but it's overkill when you just want to answer, "Where is Python?" For that, reach for the fast lookups. Locate hits a pre-built database and returns instantly. Just remember to run updated B if results feel stale, which tells you which binary path will actually execute, whereas adds the man pages and sources alongside. File inspects content type, and type tells you whether something's a built-in, an alias, or a function. Rule of thumb: locate for instant, find for power, which and where is for binaries. Now to the operators that wire those streams to files. A single greater than overwrites, double greater than appends, two peels off stderr so errors land in their own log, and under the explicit, file 2-on-1 sends both streams to the same place. Just remember, order matters. Redirect first, then merge. Less than feeds a file in as stdin, and piping everything to dev null is how you make a command run completely silent. Once these click, log capture and silent scripts stop feeling like magic. And this is where redirection grows up into composition. The pipe is the operator that defines Linux. stdout of one process becomes stdin of the next, so tiny tools chain into something powerful. Cat, sort, unique, sort again, and you've ranked your top URLs in one line. T branches that stream, saving a copy to disk while the pipeline keeps flowing, which is also how you write to a privileged file through sudo. And xargs bridges the gap between data and arguments, turning a list of 10,000 file names into batched commands. Pipe composes, T branches, xargs scales. So let's put it all together. 6 pipelines, every one of them something you'll actually run in production. Pipeline 1 ranks the top 10 IPs hitting your server. Extract, sort, count, sort again, head. 2 finds bloated old logs ready for cleanup. 3 counts today's errors. 4 lists unique users. 5 kills all your runaway background jobs. And 6 tails syslog while teeing a full copy to disk and grepping errors live. Small tools, pipes, unlimited power. The Unix philosophy in 6 lines. Step back for a moment and see what those 6 pipelines really represent. This is the substrate, the Unix philosophy itself. Everything is a file: directories, devices, sockets, pipes, processes, all accessed through the same API. And small tools composed via pipes beat monolithic software every time. That's why a 50-year-old tool set still outperforms modern alternatives. File system, permissions, processes, files, and I/O, foundations complete. From here, you build forward. And here's your reference card. 12 patterns covering find, lookup, redirect, and pipe, all on one page. Print it, pin it above your desk, and reach for it whenever your hands hesitate. 4 to 6 weeks of varied daily use, and you won't need it anymore. These become reflex. Notice the structure. Find narrows, lookup identifies, redirect captures, pipe composes. 4 verbs, infinite combinations. Now it's your turn. 3 drills, 30 to 45 minutes. In theory becomes reflex. Drill 1 drives fine into muscle memory, time tests, size tests, type tests, combined with and, or. Drill 2 is the redirection puzzle where order matters. You'll feel exactly why redirect first, merge after is the rule. And drill 3 builds a top 10 pipeline one stage at a time, watching raw text transform into insight. Do all 3. This is where the foundations lock in. Before we close out, 5 mistakes worth burning into memory. Each one a real production scar. Single greater than silently wipes your log file. Get the order of 2 and 1 wrong, and stderr keeps leaking to your terminal. Piping cat into grep marks you as a junior. Find exec without a print dry run is how careers get shortened. And xargs without 0 will choke on the first file name with a space. Read the fix column, internalize it, and these stop being mistakes you make. And that closes out the foundation stage. 4 lessons in: file system, permissions, processes, and now files and I/O. You've got the mental model and the muscle memory to compose Linux, not just operate it. Next up, Lesson 05, Package Management. apt, DNF, pacman. The daily ops fluency starts there. Foundations done. See you in operations.